Hello, everyone.
I love our music.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Dapo.
Welcome to the sideshow.
Oh, that's us.
Woo! Yep. So how was your guys' day today?
Busy.
Hi, Willow.
Hi, Heather.
Well, let me not be rude and introduce the people below us, Willow.
I'm sorry.
Willow's in the middle of a snowstorm.
I'm just gonna talk and hopefully that I stay on air.
Her brain is frozen. So, welcome to the sideshow where anything goes, apparently. Tonight we have our special guest, the better late than never, Gary Potter, the president of the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society, and this lovely lady below me, Miss Catastrophe, the treasurer, now newly appointed treasurer of the Steampunk Society. So congratulations. So yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. Money. I like money. Money is good. Money. I'm wearing one of their fashionable pieces that was gifted to me from our pirate invasion almost 2 weeks ago. So, and then in our normal guests that are never on screen, Uncle Carl and Aunt Donna, they are here, and as you can see, they're blowing up our chat. So keep going, guys.
Hi.
Hello. Yes, they're hi to our family members. Willow, how is it in the snowstorm of doom in Canada? What was this, the most historical snowstorm or something?
It started up a little slow, but all day it's been snowing and really windy. And
it looks very snowy outside of your window right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to distance myself away from the reality.
Oh, that's not what it looks like in Canada? That's not what Winnipeg looks like.
I will try to find a live view of it.
Please.
But yeah.
Please and thank you.
It's we were almost done with the snow on the ground. It was just all wet, and now it's back. So I'm not entirely.
It is currently 84 degrees right now in Orlando.
Right? It's like super mild here. 77. It's nice.
Gorgeous. That's gorgeous. And Gary and Kat, you're both St. Pete area. So just about an hour and a half from Orlando, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a very short answer. So we have to get you drunk to talk more. This will be great. It's a great show, guys. Okay, so yeah, to answer Willow's question, how is my day today? Well, for those of you not following along with the personal drama of Heather, I actually got a really, 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 really cool job offer, and I can't talk about it legally for like another 2 weeks. So follow along for more adventures.
So a secret congratulations then.
Thank you. I can let people know I'm employed. I think one or two of you actually knows what I'm going to be doing. Kind of, maybe, sort of. Yeah.
I mean, we like to make guesses.
Yeah, I like that. It's been like a game of charades without it, so it's been fun. And then for those of you also not following on with my personal hell, I slammed this crow's finger right here, in my door on Friday, and slammed it. I had to unlock my door to get my finger out.
Oh.
Ooh.
Heather, you always do some special things.
I'm a special person. That's what my parents used to tell me.
There you go.
My mom thinks I'm special.
And yes, I appreciate it. Who is it that Aunt Donna said it? Oh, I know it's Uncle Carl said it's the cutest little hat. It's actually a full-size hat. I just have a little head. And this was truly fashioned by our lovely guests this evening. So I'm happy to wear it all the time, every day. This is how I look every day I go out now.
Yeah, you can wear it to your new job. That'll be great. I'm sure they'll love it.
I could, because I'm the captain of the ship, so that works. I'm gonna start doing that. Screw it. Why not? Gary, Kat, why don't you guys kind of talk to us about who you are and tell us how's your day going? And then Willow, let's give him a weird question to start it off. Favorite Beatles song?
Oh, that's a good question.
Usually we ask about food, but I'm hungry, so I don't want to think about it.
That'd be a question for Gary because I don't listen to that.
That was why I asked it specifically, so that you didn't have an answer.
I'm not a huge Beatles fan. Sorry, I know that's like I'm not anti-Beatle.
Okay, fine.
but
Willow, come up with
Are-
another
are you
question.
more of
That's
a
what I.
Stones? Are you
Like-
more of a Rolling Stones fan?
no.
No.
How about
Oh,
this? Favorite decade of music.
usually
It
one
does
or
not
the
have
other.
to be a specific band or song.
80s, I guess. It would have to
Agreed.
be- I had to pick like a decade, the 80s for sure.
That's
Because it
a
was like
decade.
there was rock,
Yeah.
there was pop, there was like whatever.
Big hair.
Yeah, big hair.
Big hair.
Big hair for both.
When Madonna
Male and
actually
female.
was great.
For Madonna. Did you see the new TikTok filter they have of her now?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Really?
That thing's creepy. So it plays.
Is it skeletal bones or
No, oh no. It maps her face on your face, and it's like Material Girl Madonna. It's creepy.
oh okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm reading through our comments. I apparently am already on Uncle Carl's stalking list.
That's funny because her face looks like somebody else's face is already on hers, so it's like a triple face-off, right?
Well, it's mostly plastic, so it's very possible that they took apart a couple of dolls to put it on. Oh, I can't talk badly about Madonna. I loved Madonna. And when I was a young Heather, a little baby Heather, I specifically remember going on a vacation with my best friend Taryn, and her parents were my parents' best friends because Taryn and I became so close. And we went to Marco Island, down in the South Florida area. And I remember we went to the bubble room specifically, that was the thing. But in the lobby of either a bar that our parents took us to or a hotel lobby, there was a band playing, and the band was playing Material Girl. And Taryn and I both thought that this girl was Madonna. She was not, upon further inspection as an adult. But we like stalked the little band and like asked them for autographs. I would love to know who that band was, but
That's
yep.
funny.
So loved Madonna.
Well, and she has one of those catalogs. If you go back to the 80s and 90s, you're just like, oh yeah, I remember that one. It's just like
Yeah.
hit after hit after hit.
I owned like one of my first jobs working at a call center with my dad selling accidental death insurance over the phone at the age of 14. Fun. And one of his employees, because he was the manager, gave like a bunch of CDs and was like, hey, let Heather pick whatever she wanted. Yes, I said CDs. And it was her full album. It was like a satin case. I can't do that with my finger.
Oh,
It was
that's
like a satin case of all Madonna songs.
I mean, I loved her back then. I used to have, the tapes and everything. I even had the Dick Tracy soundtrack because of her.
I still
yeah,
have
I
it.
forgot about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Breathless Mahoney, absolutely.
Back
I
when
loved
soundtracks actually was part of the marketing of
Yeah.
movies.
I have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original
Oh wow.
CD. Oh yes, I do. Don't be jealous.
No, I don't. Hey, I had the tape of the Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, Secret of the Ooze. Hell yeah.
Soundtrack, so,
I was gonna
yeah.
say, I still have some VHSs in a box someplace. I don't even have a VCR anymore, but I have those tapes still.
Oh,
I
Kat,
have
we're
the-
twins.
I have the
I have-
animated Lord of the Rings VHS. That's
Oh wow.
You're old. How did that happen?
I don't know. But I don't want to throw it
Yeah.
away. It's like it's probably worth something.
weird.
Probably
I
not
have
worth it, but it's worth something.
probably about 100 VHS in a box that weighs 1,000,000 pounds. I also have a VHS DVD player.
Okay. You're still
Well, because
works?
back in the day, yes, it does. Back in the day, I rated like Hollywood Video was going out of business and they were all $1. So why not?
Hollywood Video. Wow.
You're welcome. I just took you out
Yeah.
there. Yep.
I had one, but right now, like I'm sure it still works. I just gotta clean the hell out of it because it eats tapes.
Gotta clean the heads, give it a good head job. That's
Yep.
called, right? Kat is really trying to hold back. I'm watching her like really like hold her breath.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay, Kat, why? Why? You're fine. All right, Kat, you can't copy Gary's answer, but tell these people who you are. Give them your personality. That's what we got. Oh,
My personality.
hi, Johnny. Johnny's here too. Now you're really in trouble. All right, Kat, the floor is yours.
So were we doing the question or you just want me to talk? I mean, which one was it?
I want people to know that you're not just a beautiful redhead, that you have a personality. That's why I love you.
I have a personality, but it's not one that people like.
I beg to differ.
I think you and I make good friends.
That's true.
No, I make it, especially with my day to day. Let's say the insurance people don't like listening to me when I'm yelling at them for.
I don't like listening to insurance people, so they can suck it. It's
especially when they're trying to tell me the rules and I'm telling them no, they're wrong. They need to read their handbook again.
Yeah. So what is your day job, both of you? Tell us your day job and tell us how you got into the steampunk side of things, how you guys, came to be.
Well, mine is I work with a children's hospital and I authorize all their medications and things. So if I'm not there, their children aren't getting anything because nobody else does my job when I'm not there.
So you're valuable. You're a valuable asset.
And, you take a couple days off and the work just piles up.
You take days off? What?
I try. I can't ever, though. It's like I never can. But I just got into steampunk because I would go to Comic-Cons and I would see a lot of cool outfits that people were making and stuff. And one booth that was there was all steampunk types of attire and everything. So I figured, one day I was just going to try to make a mashup. And so there was this lady that was selling these like half mask and everything. So I bought one of those. Oh. And then at that same time, I was in love with doing Harley Quinn cosplay. So I just kind of made up a mashup with that and went to one of the cons and stuff and had everybody really loved the costume. I got my picture taken with Tom Felton with that. And he was just like,
And for those of you that don't know who Tom Felton is, Draco Malfoy, one of the nicest guys ever. Yeah.
Oh, he was totally tanked. He was so hungover because apparently he had been partying with the hotel guests the night before.
That
so
happens.
He barely looked awake and he still reeked of booze.
Oh no.
That happens. He used to do the celebration of Harry Potter at Universal stumbling around like Jack Sparrow. It was great. It was not an act.
Nice.
Wow.
And Gary, speaking of Harry Potter, Gary Potter.
Yeah, no. So day job, the 9 to 5 is I am the maintenance director of an ALF, an assisted living facility, and memory support. And that's why I was delayed last time with the flood and everything that happened because I had to go in and make
the flood, the fire, apocalypse. It's fine. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I was always into comics when I was younger, and I got invited to some Comic-Cons and MegaCon, and I heard about the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society. So my first event, I went to Barrie Renaissance Fest and met the group there, and that was
good old Barf.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago, maybe something like that. I don't even know how long, 5 or 6 years ago, and like shortly after, they're like, "Hey, do you want to be on a panel? Hey, do you want to do this?" I'm like, "I don't know anything about this." They're like, "No, you're great." Like. So, and just been sticking with it ever since. And like Kat, I like steampunk because you can do a mashup with anything. You could do a pirate steampunk. You could do superhero steampunk. Like it just can fit.
I have my first steampunk outfit was my Alice in Wonderland steampunk,
which we've done. Like I've done like the steampunk Alice myself. Well, I even have a hat with a tea party on the top of it.
Yeah, I'm building that one out, but I've got to find my Alice goggles. But I've won a couple of contests with her because she's got 30 yards of lace.
Oh, wow.
Just in the skirt. It's heavy. And then I have a steampunk bell warrior. I seem to like mash up like steampunk Disney. It's really kind of fun.
I did. At the Bartow, at Sci-Fi Bartow, I've done Steampunk Rogue from X-Men, and I've done Steampunk Raven from Teen Titans.
Yeah, I've seen that picture. I am determined to find an Elsa to my Steampunk Anna that I want to build. And I really, really, really am working hard. I'm meeting with Heather Smith, who's a dear friend, and my seamstress tomorrow. We are building out a Victorian ball gown for Madame Leota that will be able to flip from the Haunted Mansion to a steampunk gown. And she's building me a corset.
Oh wow.
Nice.
I'm spoiled. And then to look into our comments and pay attention to Mr. Pika, he just heard Harley Quinn cosplay. Yes, Johnny, I will get you and Kat in touch because you have a lot to talk about. Johnny also does Harley Quinn cosplay.
Nice.
Oh.
And Willow, how would you describe his cosplay?
It's very sexy. Well,
now
let me see if I can
original
it's
black
his
and
crossplay.
red. Is it original black and red Harley Quinn, or is it blonde with the newer Harley Quinn?
It's the newer Harley Quinn, but it's like boxer shorts. He does a really good job of it, though.
I'm all about doing old school Harley. I'm all the black and red. I even have the tattoo here. Oop, if the screen will let it get up. Ah! There. Nope, it's not gonna let me because of the background. But I have the old school Harley Quinn on my arm.
Here is.
Oh, there we go.
The bottom half is fishnets.
Hey.
Hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, yeah, and I'm excited. So for those of you that again have been following along with the sideshow and listening to us talk about Suncoast Comic Con, the show I'm helping to produce most of the panels and all the fun stuff that goes along with Comic Cons.
You're such a good marketer.
Yay! It's coming up April 23rd and 24th in Bradenton. You can still buy your tickets now if you are local to the area. But we are going to be honored to have the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society actually hosting 2 different panels. We're going to have Steampunk 101 on Saturday. If you guys want to talk about that a little bit. And then on Sunday, we're going to have Steampunk 201. So why don't you guys tell us, give us a background as if somebody has never known what steampunk is, tell them.
So steampunk is, obviously everybody knows goggles and gadgets and gears and all that, but it kind of started. Yeah, it kind of started. The phrase was coined back in 1987 by a guy named K.W. Jeter. He was a sci-fi author, and there was actually a trio of them, and they were really into cyberpunk and some of that kind of stuff. And there was no term for what they were doing. They were writing these books that was Victorian era, and it was steampunk energy instead of electricity and all this stuff. And he wrote a letter.
Steampunk electricity means instead of actually having power and electric, it runs off
steam power. Yeah. So that's the gist of it. Like if you create a gun, how would it work if you didn't have, you know what I mean, the gas power that the gun is, and it's steam powered? And if you have a car or a cell phone, how would you power that with steam? What would that look like? So that gives you the crafting ideas. But that's how the phrase came about. But of course, it's been around since before then. The precursors of it was H.G. Wells, Jules Verne, even I think Mary Shelley had a book that was like a dystopian future post-apocalypse that kind of like steampunk is adopted now. So, and it's just everything from there. Like there's Japanese steampunk and dust punk and Western punk, and it's just like invaded everything.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I do see people that are going, okay, I'm going to do something cosplay and steampunk. And then they're just like, boom, goggles. And then that's it. And I mean, that's a great way to kind of break into it, but they have to understand why. At least to me, if I'm going to do some kind of dressing up, I want to understand what I'm wearing and why so that I can kind of embody that character. I know Willow's the same.
For me, when it comes to steampunk, it's a lot of engineering, not just gluing stuff on a costume and calling it steampunk, as the song goes. But
that's a great song. Yeah.
It's I bought myself a wind-up key from Spirit Halloween, and I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm figuring out how to take it apart and have it look like the cog and wheels are actually turning inside.
I know people that can help you.
Yeah. So, been toying with that thing for the last couple of years, and it I just put it away. I'll go back to it every so often.
You just gave me the greatest idea of all time. Is I now want to build a key into one of my cosplays.
I definitely want to do like a steampunk doll costume. So it's,
I mean, isn't there a key on the side of your hat, Heather? Didn't we put that on there? On the other side? Ha ha.
I have a thing for keys, and Gary and Kat were creating these like pins and all sorts of flair for the pirate cruise. Let me have hat hair. Woo! But when I saw this on Gary's, let me go down. Saw this on Gary's pictures, I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need that. And it's really pretty steep like that. And then on this side, it's got, so we actually, this was a happy accident here. It was originally just hanging down and it was fun. And then I put the hat down and then this kind of got stuck up on the lace trim. And Gary was like, did you do that on purpose? And I said, no. And we're like, that looks really cool.
It looks cool. It's like a little chandelier there or something.
It is. And then Kat picked out all the feathers.
Yeah, because I'm trying to see
Kat,
if
you disappeared. You're going in and out, Kat.
See, and that's a big part of it too. The Cthulhu, the octopus, the Kraken. You know what I mean? Plays in the steampunk. I don't know why everybody needs a mascot, so that's our unofficial mascot.
That's okay. Speaking of keys, and then everyone's seen my Necronomicon, but my HP Lovecraft stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, and Kat, are you sitting in full costume right now, by the way?
I've got stuff on, yeah.
Can you stand up so the rest of the people can see? Because I know what you look like.
Because you remember, if I do that, I fall down. Because I'm stacked on pillows.
Oh, that's right. So Princess Kat is fun sized, and I love her. So last night, Gary, did she tell you about this? No. So last night she's like
cosplaying as the Princess and the Pea.
She's doing a very good job. So she's like, hey, can we get into the studio so we can kind of play around with lighting, like so I can make sure everything's set up? And I say, absolutely. So Willow and I are sitting there. I'm like in my pajamas. Willow is indecent in bed. That's why her camera was off. It's fine. I mean, let's be real here. And Kat is like, okay, I'm in here. We're playing around with stuff and microphones. You sound really good tonight. I don't know if you have a headset on, but you did something and you sound great.
What? Oh yeah, I have my headset on.
Awesome. I can't even see it because the back.
Ooh.
Nope. There you go. It's hiding in the hair.
It's hiding.
And that is her hair color. That is not a wig. It's gorgeous. But Kat has, was it 3 pillows or 4? Oh wow. Or 4 pillows. Like actual full standard size pillows under her derriere.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I had to get my little cube to kind of crawl into my chair, and I even brought down the monitor a little bit, and it still wasn't doing much for me.
This is the kind of effort that we expect from our guests.
Try
inform us. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I know, Gary, you do a lot of crafting for stress relief. I know we all kind of work with that. So yeah, going into the Steampunk 101, it's more of a history of it. And that's kind of what people learn within the society. And then for day 2, you're going to go into like more of fabrication or?
Yeah, basically fabrication, how to, like, I think Kat's going to bring some stuff. Hector is too, like some before and after. Here's what a Nerf gun looks like when you get it from the store, the thrift store. Here's what it can look like.
Do you think Hector would mind if I showed the video of his grandfather clock?
I'm sure he would not mind at all.
Actually, hey, Willow, if I send you a video, can you load it for me?
Definitely can. Yep.
Thanks.
Now, Heather, we need to get some parasols and do some fighting.
Oh,
fighting with parasols.
I need to find a parasol that's not jacked up in price at the Ren Fair. And every time I look online, I'm like, these are gorgeous. And then they come in and they're like this big.
There's a really good vendor at Renegers every year. I have her card. I'll try to find it and send it to you guys. And she has, Kat, I think you have one from her where she has like octopus on them and she has gears on them and different things. They're umbrella and parasol, but it just has that look and it has the handle. And they're pretty reasonably priced. Like
I want the full lace one, but I want like, I want a cute one. Well, you should have the
more fans too.
Hey, didn't I tell you about Hector, though? Some of his stuff that he creates is just crazy.
Insane. And I see Allison is joining us. And Allison, you're going to actually be there on Saturday, Sunday? Both days, maybe, possibly?
Yeah, I believe she's coming both days.
Oh, yeah, she's going to make it both days. So
yes, I might. I don't know what I'm going to cosplay for next weekend, as well as pulling up the video. Let's figure this out. So I'm going to be running around like a crazy person. I'm going to be making sure all of my fantastic panelists are taken care of. And then I'm also posting trivia into the kids cosplay contest, into the cosplay contest itself. And then
I gotta
trying
get
to
you
not
some
die.
stuff for that. I keep forgetting.
Yes, Tampa Bay Steampunk Society has been very generous to donate some prizes, so we're very excited about that. And then I'm hopefully going to be going out and drinking a lot Saturday night.
There you go.
Hopefully.
I
You could
did
have
not
some for
get
me
the
then.
video.
It didn't go through on Facebook? What'd you say, Kat?
I said you can have some drinks for me since I'll be driving home both days.
I'm really mad at you for
There we
that. Willow, it shows that you've actually opened it and
There
read
we
it.
go. It's it arrived a little late. I got it.
So what are some of the other things? What are the other panels and guests and that we can expect to see there at Suncoast?
That's a great question, Gary.
It may be a loaded one.
We have been limited with our panels. So we are going to have a horror panel. I'm actually putting the schedule together, so this will be fun. We're going to have a horror panel. We're going to have our anime voiceover actors panel. We're going to have this. I can't do this with my hand anymore. We're going to have our comic book artists, and it's going to be really, really, really cool because every 5 to 10 minutes, they're going to start with a suggestion from the audience. So say, Kat says Kat, pick a character, any character, anywhere.
Pick a character?
Yeah, just
for
name
or what?
No, just name a character that you're fond of.
Stitch.
Okay, so Stitch, and then Willow, pick what Stitch should be wearing.
A tutu.
Sorry, brain. A captain.
A tutu.
A captain. Yeah, a tutu. Okay, let's go with that.
And a captain's what?
I was gonna say like a captain's jacket.
Okay, so a captain's jacket and a tutu. And Gary, what should he be doing?
What's who doing?
What should
Stitch.
Stitch wearing a tutu and a captain's jacket be doing?
Flying an airship, of course.
Okay, so I love that answer. So we're going to have our comic book artists, like actual, and you can go to the Suncoast Comic Con website and Facebook page to see who is going to be there. Greg Horn is one of our artists. So every 5 to 10 minutes during this panel, as they're asking all of our artists questions, they're going to start drawing Stitch wearing a tutu and captain's jacket flying an airship. And every 5 to 10 minutes, they're going to switch to the next artist. And then at the end of that panel, we're actually going to auction that off to raise money for one of the nonprofits. I think we're looking at either a children's home or a pet sanctuary.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to do that both days.
Yeah.
And then we are going to do, so Alex Cage and her group, they are going to do have the Spoons Gone, which is handling mental stress and cosplay to make sure that you don't get burnt out. And then going pro. Yes, this can really be a job. So they'll be teaching people how to utilize cosplay to move into being a full-time cosplay model, which is
That's
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll be hosting, I think I've confirmed now I'm going to be doing Disney trivia one day, and I think I'll be doing Harry Potter trivia the next. I feel like I'm missing a panel. Hold on, let me look in my brain here and see what I can find.
In the meantime, I'll play that video.
Yeah, I like that. So this is how. What you're looking at is Hector's creation of a grandfather clock that he is now repurposed into a steampunk creation of amazingness. Isn't that cool?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Here, I'll...
Yeah. Carl's saying, wow, what a clock. I'm surprised he didn't try to say something else.
I apologize, Gary, for some reason. Once videos.
It muted both of them. I had to unmute myself.
I apologize.
Nothing to apologize for, but you see, he really, I mean, did you see like he has like a steampunk tricycle in the background? He has so much crazy stuff.
Can you explain to our listeners and viewers who Hector is?
Hector Reyes, or professionally known as Professor Hectorius, and he's both on Facebook. And he has some space down there. I wanted him to be on the panel because
Yeah.
he's really in South Florida. He's about an hour and a half south of the Suncoast.
I don't consider that South Florida because I'm from Fort Lauderdale. We are the South.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's like down that way, like 2 hours south of there. And I just thought, you know what I mean? The synergy, people from up here in Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
people from South Florida, somewhere. And I don't know if you consider that Central Florida. I think that's up that way. But you're like, Bradenton's not south, apparently. But in St. Pete, anything south of the Bay is South Florida to us.
That's weird.
But yeah, he does all those creations, and he has a lot of space down there, and he has some synergistic events coming up. Let's say I don't want to let the cat out of the bag for him, but he has space. They do food truck rallies, they do different stuff, and he's going to start doing some steampunk stuff and cosplay stuff down there. So it seemed like somebody good to introduce you to, introduce the Suncoast Comic Con, and just whatever, and get them out there.
Yeah, and Carl want to know, are the sounds coming out of there? I'm assuming yes, right?
There was, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in person, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah. And Allison says, Hector is so freaking talented. Yeah, obviously. I'm jealous. I want that talent in my broken finger.
There you go. But yeah, it's not hard. You guys will see. I'll bring it to the Suncoast thing. I have a backpack or back piece that I just built, and it's so easy to just get like a $10, $20 Bluetooth speaker, especially something that lights up, and throw it into something else. So to get music coming out of something and you know, lights that go along with the music, it's just so easy and cool to integrate that.
Now,
new
would lights be
technology.
considered steampunk because they're not steam powered light?
They could be, see,
Yeah.
and that's why you saw some of
box.
my pins. I put little vials with cotton in it to make it look like steam, and then put the
I haven't
little
seen those
wires.
before.
You ever
That
seen
sounds
that?
awesome.
Yeah, and then you just coil up some wire, so that way if you're wearing like a clock piece or something like this, put the little vial on it, and then it looks like it's steam powered. So
Love
something
it.
for your gun or something else you want to do, just get a little jar, put some cotton in it. I've done a few with fans in it, so it makes the cotton move, so it looks like it's really steam in there moving
Oh, that's
around.
cool.
And then you get some Christmas lights, or how, you know, all those lights during the sales and stuff, and they are battery powered packs. So you just kind of attach that to something, and then you can have the lights poking through, you know, the thing. Like Gary has that huge backpack kind of thing, and there's other people who have like whole armor suits of steampunk and stuff that have lights coming out of it, and like different, like you get little miniature light bulbs and stuff, and it looks like it's all lit up and it's being powered.
I want to make steam powered wings, like not just little wings. I created this like Phoenix Rising kind of character. I drew her out years ago and I never put her to fruition, but I always saw her as like very leather heavy with these like gear powered wings. What are you doing, Gary? Are you blowing up?
No, just answering to Allison. She was saying, oh, and Amy, hi, Amy. Amy's watching too. Just she wants to see the back piece in person, I think.
Nice. You can always respond to them directly on air. You don't have to message them.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry. I gotta there's a camera right here.
There's a camera and a microphone.
I wish there was
That's
an
what I do.
easier way than typing. What can I do to communicate with these people?
Were the wings that
There
I found searching, and that is something that I'd love to do as well.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, and that really wouldn't be crazy hard. I mean, time consuming, but EVA foam has just revolutionized everything. You could do those gears.
So
Warbler, and get some Warbler for the main
fun. No, I have a budget friendly tip for those looking for Eva and Warbler. Works the same. I found this out the hard way building my Scarlet Witch last year. Because everybody was out of like the Warbler like thickness, or the Eva foam, like they come in different thicknesses. And everyone had like just the really big one. I'm like, no, that doesn't work. It's so weird. Michael's Kids Crafting Foam comes in a roll. It's like 5 feet and it's $8. Same exact stuff, allows me to heat it, melt it, mold it. I can do everything. And it has the same, if you compared it to like Warbler or Eva, compared to this, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Gotcha.
Wait, exercise mats, like yoga mats?
Yeah, people use those a lot to create a
Like
lot of things.
I don't
Harbor
like
I
Freight
never
Creek
thought of
sale.
that.
That's, I think, where most people were getting their EVA foam at first before the craft stores caught on and started selling it. It was
They
just
were either using that or the like little kids like interlocking blocks that they have on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can
Us
pick those up a lot of
fabricators,
the
man,
times
we
at
get
consignment
creative.
shops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, secondhand, it's super cheap.
Well, that's something that you guys do too. Is thrifting. Thrift stores are a really great
Thrifting
place
is fun.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah?
it's great for everything. Like, I think this I bought, but like this shirt was from a thrift store. It's very nice. Got the
Yeah.
French cuffs, and this vest
Yep.
is from a thrift store. This handkerchief's from a thrift store. Half of the stuff that the black piece on your hat, that dangly piece, that's just off the other side. That's just broken jewelry for 49 cents at a thrift store that
I mean,
just
if you
put a
could throw
pin
up
back
one of
on.
Gary's photos, those little bronze pieces that look like I don't know, the little building statue looking thing. That was from a belt or a necklace.
The one I
Which
A
one?
posted
necklace from a
yesterday
steampunk.
in
Hold
the
on.
Steampunk Society.
Which
Or was it
photo?
this morning, I think?
Yeah, this morning for
On his on
I
your
have
working
it
on
Facebook?
behind me.
Wednesday.
I could just grab it if you guys want. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Gary posts what you working on Wednesdays in the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society's page. And we're gonna try to get other theme days going and stuff. So we have other stuff
Oh, I
that
like
people
that.
can show off.
She's talking about this. So this top piece here, this like Art Deco looking.
Yeah. It's
thing.
very Empire State Building Art Deco. I love it.
Yeah,
And it was like a necklace or something.
It was like a necklace at a thrift store for like $2 that
Oh,
I just
neat.
pulled it all apart just because it looked cool, and it goes with the Cthulhu, that, you know what I mean, very Lovecraftian kind of cool look. Sorry.
The way that you're holding it, it's kind of cool. It looks like a ruffle on someone's shirt and then the side of the jacket
Right?
or a vest. Yeah.
To me, it kind of
little
looks like
tucks.
a medal that an army man would.
Yeah,
Well, no,
well,
that's- but
exactly.
that's what he
like a
specializes in.
pirate steampunk medal, for the military or whatever. But I
Yeah.
try to make them to make sure there's no stolen valor. There's no way there's somebody walking around with the Kraken on them from a real military.
Well,
I have this one here, and this was like a bead from the store, and Gary helped me make this, and it's got, it's ribbon that looks like almost like a lady's cuff, and then he just painted these red, these pieces, and then this was obviously another charm of something, and then we just stuck it together and made a great pin, and then you just add the backings and stuff.
and
I
people
love
go
that.
crazy for, look at those cute nails too, but people go crazy. Like when we were on our steampunk pirate invasion, like Gary brought a lot to bring for the society, and like you guys had worked for hours putting those together, but people were, me especially, was like, I want all of these. They're really
Everybody was,
cool.
like, grabbing them at the pre-party.
Oh yeah, and then you made that like really beautiful piece. Was it a bumblebee, a wasp, or something? The big bug.
Yeah.
Oh, the winner piece.
Yeah, for the winner
Everybody
of the
wanted
contest.
Oh wow!
Gorgeous.
Well, that's why I did
It's
a lot
gorgeous.
more butterflies and beetles and stuff for my next batch.
I saw the
Hopefully it's gonna
butterflies.
Be consigned.
I stole your only bat, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Hi,
pieces
Matt.
coming in.
Hi,
I've got
Ingrid.
an order or two coming in. I have a Michael's order and a Hobby Lobby order, and I just also stopped at the Dollar Tree. So
Nice.
I'm gonna be making up a bunch of stuff this upcoming
Cool.
week to bring to the Suncoast.
Yeah.
I will be right
Well-
back. I'm gonna let my cat outside so that he
I
will
was like,
stop
I can
scratching.
Is that what
literally
that
just
scratching was?
I am so sorry.
Is that Simba scratching in the back?
That is Mittens being a little
Oh,
brat. So
We
I
gotta
will
go take care of Mittens.
right
We'll just
back.
sit here and that's fine. We won't talk anything because she can't hear now. She can't hear any of the stuff we're gonna say about her.
She disappeared.
It's fine. Now we can say everything. But
Oh,
well,
and
I'm
then also
excited. Yeah.
Five Below is a good source for foam and yoga mats.
She's back. Shut up. You can't talk about her anymore. Shh.
She'll just play back the show later and hear it.
Hey, you know what? By all means, go ahead. Say your piece about me.
Yeah, Five Below is a good place. And then Kat found all of those like weird pin backings and stuff for like what, 20 for like $2 or something, right?
Yeah.
And
It's just
Gary, you were saying
all
something-
sales.
Yeah, I love sales. I don't buy anything full price. I remember overhearing a conversation between you and Gonzo. I think it was at the pre-party, saying something about that it's mostly found objects. That is something
Yeah.
that could have been looted off of a ship or off of something else.
Yeah, well, just like that pin, those, they call them in the craft stores found objects when you find these
Yeah.
gears and these little whatever, but a lot of them really are like what's on your hat. It was just this found object for 49 cents. And
Yep.
like that necklace,
Or like my
this that
haunted
I pulled
necklace that
apart.
I started wearing again.
Yeah.
It's
Those
haunted.
make the best because it is going to be one of a kind what you're making, whether you're selling it or giving it away. You know, you're going to wear it and it's not going to be the same as everybody else. You go to a convention or a party or whatever.
Right. I have one of my best friends. He's a little bit older. He helps people do their taxes. He was talking to me last night, and he said, "I have this couple from New York, but they're doing their taxes here, and she is a vintage boutique owner in New York City." And I'm like, "Whoa!" He's like, "No, she buys stuff at like Goodwill or Salvation Army, and she flips it for thousands of dollars."
Oh, yeah. It's out there.
Um,
If you know what to
It's
look for.
insane. It is insane. So it's
Hi,
just,
Steven.
huh?
Sorry. We have more. I'm saying hi to the Facebook people. Steven's in there,
Oh.
Ingrid, Allison, Amy. We got a lot of Matt, a lot of Tampa Bay Steampunk members watching on Facebook.
Well, welcome,
Excellent.
Tampa Bay Steampunk Society. Make sure yes, especially New York, exactly, Allison. Yes, every week we have the same weird show, and I'll throw these kids in anytime they want because they're my personal friends and I love them sometimes.
And guys, please don't forget not only Facebook, but go on YouTube. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe.
I like that. Gary should be like our unofficial like marketing guy.
There you go. I'll be like the Flavor Flav. You guys put me in a little bubble down in the corner, and I'll just remind everybody every week, like, hey, don't forget to go and subscribe and hit the bell.
Yep, and he'll put on his giant clock.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know.
put a giant rock on.
Oh, Willow, can we do that, Willow?
Absolutely.
Like it could just be a little pre-played blurb. You can just
Ooh, we're gonna do like an '80s show, and we'll all come as different rappers. No.
Done.
By all
I
means,
like to
hey,
take
send
care.
us your videos and
Hey,
promo
and some of these
stuff.
people commented, like Steven Hatz, he's on the Facebook watching. He's such a crazy inventor too. We'll show you some of his
I love
hats
it, and
sometimes. They're
that's
insane.
what I love about at least the steampunk world is that it's a lot of these heavy crafters that you have to get creative because you can't just slap something together and hope it's going to work. You have to have thought behind it. Like I love hearing that you have the pins with the vials to make it look steam powered if it's lit up. I think that's awesome. That's the kind of stuff that I gravitate towards because there's a historical, big historical piece to it. It's Lovecraftian, which hello, how could you not? And then yes, Willow, you have.
I
that
love
book of
I love
Undersea-
the art that comes out of it. I have a picture that I want to show you guys.
Is it decent? Oh, she shook her head.
She's always leaving us.
She's always leaving us. I don't like it. I feel so abandoned, and people wonder why I have abandonment issues. Anyways, while she's getting the photo, that'll take 5 seconds. Kat, you're still coming to brunch on Sunday, right? Or Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Yes. Are you
I'll
doing your
be-
Merida?
I'll be Merida. It's my go-to.
But is she steampunky or is she Rennie? Like Rennie Fair?
Who see her? I mean, I'll be dressed as normal Merida, but I mean, yeah,
Awesome.
I could. She's easy enough to steampunk up. There's actually a build that I want to do where she looks more warrior-ish.
Ooh.
I have a couple pieces to it, but I haven't found the right stuff for it yet.
Nice.
So I haven't
I'm
been
gonna
able
do
to
my
that just yet.
Alice. So, but she's gonna be my steampunk Alice. I think that Alex and Jeff and Josh and Lainey are gonna do marble.
Nope. See, you have the same
Sorry.
issue I'm having, Willows. When I try to, if I don't turn off the
Yes.
background, there we go.
All right. So I apologize, but that
Ooh.
Oh,
I
wow.
found
Hold
this,
it closer. Closer
Closer.
to this area.
There you go.
That's
I
really
found
cool.
this
Like the watch
at a
face.
train show, and it works so well for the steampunk world, and I adore it. I have to fix it, but
Wait, put it up. I'm analyzing it. Put that back up for a second. Okay, sorry. So
it's just all like watch parts. And
it's all watch parts
and
except
stuff.
for like the steam stuff, like the copper on the top. It looks like a salt and pepper shaker sliced in half,
Maybe, yeah.
flattened.
It's
Right?
really cool though, and there's like a little chain
Yeah.
on the bell.
Yes.
That's really nice.
I adore it, and I'd
love
love
that.
to create more stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
And another plug, a great place is Renninger's. I know you guys talked about you like Mount
Renninger's.
Dora. Out in Mount Dora, they do the Steampunk and Industrial show in October. They do it again in January. Like pieces like that, they sell the watch faces out there for like $1 a
Well,
piece.
so
and
Willow's in
that's what-
Canada.
cool. I don't think. Yeah,
We have
Well,
over
then you
100
can pick it
people.
up, Heather, and then ship it to her.
We do have quite a few steampunk groups in Canada. Winnipeg has one as well that I've helped create. I help them out as much as I can in between working and doing this.
Yeah, I had a potential. Oh, listen to this. I had this potential client I spoke with today, right? For a potential contract to take on down the road. And you brought this up, and it has nothing to do with our topic, but it's going to be my vent for the show. I'm sitting in a friend's restaurant, small restaurant, and this guy is like, "Yeah, what do they do? Like $2,000 a week?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's almost insulting because they do at least that just in to-goes." And it's very LGBTQ friendly in that establishment, and the way that he is eyeballing the server pissed me off. Then he complained about the sandwiches, and then he complained about the other stuff. And then he complained about cosplay. And then he complained of like everything that he could complain about. And then, we're talking about our podcast. And I said, yeah, I do multiple podcasts. He goes, well, how come you're not making money off of it? I was like, because I get to hang out with my friends and just entertain. Like, this is therapy for me. And he's like, well, I don't understand it. It seems like a waste of time. And I was like,
You're
I'm
And
really
spend-
offended.
dude.
I'm sorry, and spending
Jeez.
your day, you're spending what 40 hours a week at work, wasting. I'm sorry.
He's this rich guy that owns a bunch of companies. And he told me that he wanted me to work for commission only, and I laughed.
Time to get a snooty
and then-
booty out the door.
and-
well, these are also the guys that sit around watching football every fucking week. Sorry, can I say the F
Nope,
word?
you
It's
can.
okay. We can at
Is
least have
that
at least
making you
one of
any
those,
money, or
you
is
know?
that just your relief, or going out fishing, or all that kind of stuff?
I
You're
just-
spending money and time doing these other things.
Well,
They don't
right, and
realize
that's-
this is that vocation. This is that hobby. This is
Well, right. And that's when I look at steampunk and I look at cosplay, like there are communities or associations that this is your friendship circle enhanced. Everybody can gather and do a meetup for something that, is a common enjoyment, but there's so many different things. Like there's so many different ways to cosplay. There's so many different ways to do steampunk. There's so many different ways to ride a bike. Everyone brings their own unique personality to it. And I love that. And I think that's really why I gravitate towards it. And I would hope that our viewers and listeners would agree. And if you don't, then you don't have to watch the show. It's fine. Please come back. But yeah, sorry, Willow. Go ahead. I had to go off on my tangent.
No.
Okay.
I was just going to add to that whole sports thing was, people go to sporting events wearing their favorite team's jerseys.
Mhm.
What's that? That's not any different than what we do as for cosplay.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, we
that
do
costs
lovely
just as
events.
much.
I would say we do lovely events with the steampunk side. We go bowling. We have fun. We get dressed up and we went bowling together and stuff. And everybody loves our costumes. They'll comment on everything, and
Yeah, and wasn't there? So there was the steampunk soiree, about a week ago. That was for like not an assisted living facility, but it was a more seasoned demographic. I think that's the best way of putting it. Right? Is that
Well,
that's
it
the
was
nice
the people that were hosting it were the same group that did the geriatric JLA at South
Right.
by Bartow. So I thought that was such a cool, awesome idea. Anyway, that they're
Yeah.
all like the retired superheroes.
It's never too late to start.
Yeah, but they nailed it. I wasn't able to go, but I mean, they knocked it
And
out.
they
of the
did it at
park.
a
It was like
barbecue
30
place,
of them,
right?
Yeah, and it was a
And then
few
you guys
Steampunk Society
did-
members that went.
I know my car broke down. I was supposed to actually be at was it like the lawn invasion at the museum?
we had a picnic.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like they do the picnic. The museum hosts it. We just kind of like do the little invasion, and there was a lot of people dressed up there, and a lot of people old timey and picnicky, and just with the little hats and the sundresses and umbrellas and stuff. It's super fun.
I love it.
There was
JC
another.
Carl's
There was
coming.
other society type of people there that we were telling them to come, join
Mhm.
our page and everything, and all hang
Well,
out
that
and
was
everything
like-
for another time.
That was like the river ship that we went on.
Mhm.
You know, we went on a large group, but they also had their customers, their other guests that came dressed up. And I think you guys said you gave out a lot of people and joined a lot of new people for the association, right?
Yeah.
Society. Carl has said, steam powered snow plow, but then melts the snow to get more water to make more steam. Someone patent that right now.
Hey, right?
Go, Carl. It's your
True.
idea.
$1
You go
idea.
do it.
I would totally build that.
I think you should, considering that you have how much snow outside and Mittens wanted to go outside.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're in Florida. The only
It might
thing
not
you're
work.
plowing is sand. So
Need like a steam powered jet ski or something.
yeah, there we go.
Sucks up
I think
the
the
water.
water-powered jet
Yeah.
ski would be better. That's technically a form of steam
Yeah. There you go.
before it's evaporated. I don't know. Well, we have 9 minutes left of our hour-long conversation. Tell us everything you
Already?
possibly want to tell us. I know, isn't that crazy? Tell us what you want everyone to know about the society. How can people find you? What do you guys have coming up? What's going on? And
Primarily Facebook. There is an Instagram and there is a Twitter and there's some other stuff, but I don't think the members that were taking care of those pages have been updating them. So we're working on that.
that's okay.
Now that
And
we're
it's
getting some
Tampa
new
Bay
board
Steampunk
members.
Society on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or is there different handles?
Yep. No, Tampa Bay Steampunk Society. There is a group page on Facebook. That's the most active one. The other one's just like a face page where you can read some current events. I don't think he's keeping up with that one either, but just groups / Tampa Bay Steampunk Society, and you'll find us. And there's about
Okay.
2,600 members, international. There's businesses that are on there. We try to keep everything on there. Like Kat said, we're going to do steampunk bowling soon. We're due for that, where we kind of dress up and just go bowling. We have obviously the Suncoast Comic Con. After that, there's MegaCon and some other stuff. We put up a poll to ask what events everybody wanted. So we're almost out of all of those events. So we're due to put up another one and see what other events can we go invade. We'd like to start creating some of our own events again, like we used to do every Halloween, Hallow Steam.
Nice.
You have members, if they have like a local business, like a little restaurant or something, have a Halloween Steam at their restaurant, and that just gets them business and gets us a place to go for free. There's some tea houses.
I've got some of those in Orlando if you want them.
Yeah.
And got to expand. I know that you said there's a steampunk like Orlando, but
There's a Central
I'm-
Florida. There's an Orlando. There's a Lake Whale. There's
yeah, but I know
a
you
lot of
guys, so I'd rather
societies.
go to Tampa.
Yeah. Well, we can come do events up there. Central Florida, they're super active. They have a big group and they're great people, but they don't do a lot of local events like that. So I don't think we're stepping on any toes. There's Orlando
No.
Steampunk that Shelly just created to try to get some cross synergy. She's involved with Renegers and event organizing.
And for people that don't know what Renegers is, Gary said a pretty good job of it's crazy. It's this massive area that's like a antique heaven.
A whole antique
and-
mall and a whole flea market, and then the show and the
Yeah, so they
steampunk.
have a full stage, and then it's generally, I mean, you've got the Cog is Dead. They'll have multiple steampunk theme bands. Trying to think, like Phantasmagoria will go out there a lot. That's when I was house manager for Phantasmagoria is when I started going to Renegers a lot. You can always find so much stuff, and it's usually reasonably priced. Or you can talk to them and get it reasonably priced.
And again, completely free event to attend as a guest, just to go see not only all the vendors, all the attendees, costume contests, the free shows. They allow camping on their grounds over the weekend. They
Yeah,
have
you
acres
guys
and
always like to do the
acres.
camping.
Oh, it's super fun.
Bless
Love
you.
to.
All right, thank you.
Except I heard that last time you kind of guys froze your butts off.
It's like 30 degrees. Yeah.
Oh, at Renegers? Yeah.
Yeah.
And people think that it doesn't get cold here. Like the client that I'm working with, we have to get our employees shirts. And I'm like, hey, cool, jackets maybe? And they're like, it's going to be during the summer. And I'm like, jackets maybe? Because some Floridians, not myself included, when it hits 60 at night, are in like hoodies. It
Hey,
does
born
get
and
cold.
raised Floridian, and I'm telling you, if it's under 73, I probably at least have like a light thing on or whatever. But especially if it gets to
I'm
65,
sorry,
I'm
laughing
like
because-
freezing.
I'm waiting for Willow. Go ahead. What's the temperature today, Willow?
all I'm hearing is the little violin playing.
For our 65 degrees.
You've
hoodie.
been on this show. Willow, is it negative 13 degrees here today?
About that.
Wait, I'm gonna look right now.
Gonna do it.
No, it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit.
So, oh, it's Fahrenheit.
Well, in Celsius, it's 0. So yeah,
So
but
I'm a native Floridian, born in the southern tip of Florida in Fort Lauderdale, on the beach, essentially. I wasn't born on the beach, but that's 15 minutes from the beach. And I love the cold weather.
I do too.
I would rather warm up when it's cold out than like peel my skin off when it's hot out. But I'm very fortunate for the humidity in Florida because it keeps our face, skin, and our hair and everything looking young. What did you pull up?
that's kind
wow.
of what
Is that outside?
that's what my city looks like right now. It's
Gray,
Yeah,
icy.
it's dreary. It's windy. It's not.
It
very
looks. I'm
pleasant.
waiting for like a sci-fi monster to like.
Say Florida's not that. It's like palm trees and beaches. The sun hasn't even gone down yet. It's still sunny outside.
No, it's still out.
like it's still,
It's still
just
out.
hanging out.
But I do think that the temperature went down just a bit. Hold on. It is, let's refresh the weather channel, which never refreshes on its own. I found an app called Puppy Weather, and I might start using it. They have a different puppy for every time the weather changes.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. It's 76 right now.
Nice. Yeah, and Allison said that's where I met Gary. She first came to the Hallow Steam party that we did. It was I remember her outfit too. She did like a Day of the Dead with the makeup. She always does. You'll see she does amazing costumes everywhere she goes. But that's what I think we're gonna try to work on for later in the year. Some actual
No,
events of our own.
That's the weather puppy.
that's cute.
Don't you judge me. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to the new events coming up. I'm really excited to see you guys next week at Suncoast Comic Con. So that'll be fun.
God,
And
it's so close.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have to find a venue for our VIP party.
Oh
and
yes.
put the panels together. Oh yeah, Kat, you'll get a phone call when we're done here.
Yay!
10 days away.
2 minutes left. All right. Tell everybody where they can find you. I know we touched briefly Tampa-based Steampunk Society if they want to follow you directly. Oh, Kitty.
Sorry.
Follow you directly.
I'm on this my Instagram is cat_astrophe_queen on Instagram, and then it's just catastrophe on Facebook. And
Gary's.
I'm
Mr.
not
G.
much
Potter.
of a public personality. I'm just Gary Potter. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me. You'll see pictures of custom and vintage bikes and steampunk and cosplay, but it's pretty uneventful. I try to keep it to that kind of stuff, though. Keep it
And if you
political.
wanna
I don't
buy
like
a-
drama. I just like to see pictures of food and cosplay and cats.
Nothing
And then he
wrong
has
with that.
Potter's pins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potter's
Oh,
pins,
love that.
yeah, but I
Potter's
don't
pins.
promote on there. I don't post on there. It's like
Well, let's
keep it
promote
up
for
to
you
Kitty.
now.
society, my
Help,
personal
Heather.
page, my personal life. It's I'm
Well,
sure you guys
if you are
know.
looking to either buy a pin that you have seen here or something like that, or have an idea for a custom one, or you would like to DIY it and would like the stuff to do it and you just don't want to go to the store and try to source it, you can reach out to us at the Sideshow. I will get you in touch with Gary or Kat,
There you go.
and they will be happy to be able to provide you. You have like the little DIY bags, and they go for what, like $15 a piece?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Depends on the
and
size.
then the other pins range in price, and they can build you something custom if you want, or we can get you in touch with Hector if you would like a steampunk, grandfather
Giant.
clock.
Or
thing.
tricycle.
Yeah, something massive and amazing.
And then we'll be at the Suncoast Comic Con doing 2 panels, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And if you want to come and learn more about the steampunk life and how to create your own items, show up there. It's in Bradenton, right?
Yep.
At the convention
Bradenton,
center.
And we're gonna give away some pins too, especially on day 2. We're gonna do some
Ooh.
giveaways, maybe a raffle or something.
Ooh, that sounds promising. And maybe I'll even give you guys some tickets to give away to Suncoast Comic Con to your Tampa Steampunk
Please send me
Society.
all your video and photos.
I
because need
threatened
to
Willow
post
that I was
pictures.
gonna wear on like my head or like in my bust her, like just have her on live chat and just like walk around. That's what essentially I've imagined doing. You can find me and Willow here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. for the time being until I figure out my work schedule. Otherwise, we'll just be a little bit later or we'll move it to another day, but we'll let you know before that happens. But right now, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on HWWS.TV, the sideshow. And then if you follow us along with Back of the Cereal Box with Cryptid Crunch, I don't think we're doing a show Easter, right, Willow?
I don't think so, but I mean, if you guys are available if you guys are available Sunday and you guys aren't bored or
if you guys want to join us for Cryptid Crunch and talk about weird cryptid stuff, we're going to talk about one of the Easter massacres. Otherwise, we'll be back the first weekend of May. Yay! Oh my God, it's already May. How did this year fly by already? Thanks, Uncle Carl. I popped in on the green room on Friday. I scared everybody, caught them in the middle of a conversation. It was fantastic.
I do want to finish up by saying, CBC, if you're watching the show, please hire me for the hosting position on the weekends, because this is what I do.
There you go.
So for anybody that has no
Could
clue,
you imagine this
Willow
voice
is
on the
talking
radio?
about,
Because
Willow
Yeah,
has
the voice
submitted
work.
her resume and promo reel to CBC, a local radio station in Canada, to do their weekend host. And she is now taking it upon herself to campaign as heavily as possible. So,
hashtag please hire Willow.
Yeah, post some links. We'll
she works
barrage
at
them.
Starbucks right now. She'll give you free coffee. Yes, Aunt Donna, I will come back to the green room. You left me for quite a bit with all of those people that I didn't know. It was sad, but it was fun. So anyways, with that being said, guys, join us every Wednesday, every other Sunday on Back of the Cereal Box, every Wednesday here. Follow along with our blog on HWWS Web TV. I am the editor. Hey, I have something else I do. And Willow loves to contribute, right, which I love. She just did a great story on the recently departed Gilbert Godfrey. I hate talking about sad stuff. But now him, Louis Anderson, and Bob Saget are making jokes in heaven. That's great. And Robin Williams is there too. Yes, you can follow us along on YouTube, or you can buy us coffee, and in my case, buy me a whiskey at buymeacoffee.com/thesideshow. We love donations for everything from Willow. I don't know, it was Willow's campaign to take over the world to me not breaking my finger somehow.
And I appreciate Carl being our first donator.
Yes. Donation? He made a donation. That sounds really, really bad. But yes, follow us along. I promise next time I'm going to get Kat a little bit drunk because she'll talk more than I do. And it'll be great.
Hey, no. Wait, that one. Nope, that one.
That direction? Yeah.
Gary
talked more than you tonight. It was great. Gary talked more than you. I loved it. Anyways, guys, I'm so glad that we could have both Gary Potter and Kat Astrovy from the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society as I do a big stretch because I'm not going to yawn. They have been joining us graciously. I'm glad that we could get them on. You'll be seeing a lot of videos and posts on the Sideshow Facebook page along with the Tampa Bay Steampunk Society page is from next weekend at Suncoast Comic-Con. So, without further ado, guys, I hope you have a crazy rest of your week because I know I will. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.